Today we're doing a review of the SMI gel wrap for your knee. Now after this review is over, you're going to have 4 key takeaways to help you decide whether this gel wrap is going to help you after surgery or help relieve your pain. Key factor number 1 is cost. Key factor number 2 is ease of use. Key factor number 3 is moldability. Key factor number 4 is temperature and duration of the cold. So let's jump into it and see if the SMI gel wrap is right for you. Key factor number 1 is cost. The SMI gel wrap for your knee costs about $65. Now this is at the upper end of what a gel pack costs. Like we did a couple reviews, I think the Revix was one, and that was in the mid-20s, and we did the Chat Cold Pack, same thing. But with those gel wraps, you needed to buy 2 or 3 of them because they only lasted for 20 minutes. This gel wrap was designed specifically for the orthopedic market and the hospital market. So it is not widely sold out on the internet, and it's not sold on Amazon. So let's see what you get when you order an SMI gel wrap. This is what the wrap's gonna look like. That's the front, and this is the back. And the very first thing I notice on these gel wraps is look at how wide the straps are. These are 4-way stretch compression wraps. By far the nicest wraps I've ever seen on a gel pack. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna allow you to drive the cold directly into the joint or the body part that you're trying to treat. Also, SMI says this allows you to be mobile with it, and we'll test that out. We'll do the walking test with it. The other thing that's great about this is this white part is antimicrobial, and it acts as the skin barrier, so you can put this directly on your skin. So we will test that out and make sure it's not too cold. The other thing that SMI does, which is really unique, is this is their gel pack, and you can tell it's 2 different color blues. So they actually have 2 different kinds of gel inside the wrap. This gel pack is supposed to stay cold for 2 to 4 hours, which is significantly longer than any gel wrap on the market. The last few we tested out, the most we got out of any of them was 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're a knee replacement patient, not having to get up and down is huge in the first couple weeks of surgery. So we'll test it out and see what happens. But right out of the box, right off the bat, this looks like an extremely quality knee wrap. Key factor number 2 is ease of use. So SMI states when you get the gel packs, what you need to do is you need to put them in the freezer for 4 hours so that you'll get a full, they call it a full charge, and then you'll get the best performance out of these. They also say once the cold is gone that you have to put them in the freezer for 4 hours. Now here at MyColdTherapy and Supply Cold Therapy, we always say the universal protocol for ice is 20 minutes on and 20 minutes off. Please check with your physician for any other instructions. So you can rotate this thing on and off if it stays cold for that 2 to 4 hours, as SMI claims. And on the wrap, the nice thing on the ease of use is this back part acts as the skin barrier, so you can put this directly on your skin. But just make sure if you do use it for longer periods of time, based on what your physician says, that you just check your skin. So now we're gonna go ahead and put this thing in the freezer and test it out. Now we're gonna place the SMI gel wraps in the freezer. SMI states it's 4 hours to get these fully charged. We're gonna probably leave them in there overnight, and when we pull them back out and finish the review, we're gonna test for moldability, temperature, and duration of the cold. So SMI does state to lay them flat, so we'll lay them flat down in the freezer, and we'll come back tomorrow and run this wrap through its paces. Now we're gonna take the SMI gel wraps out of the freezer and see how they do. We're gonna test the 3rd key factor, which is moldability. So let's see what happened after being in the refrigerator overnight. So they come out, I will tell you this right away, these are freezing cold. And they're pretty hard. You can kind of hear that crunch. You really got to work them for the moldability to break it up. But the moldability is pretty good. I'm not going to call it great, but I will say this is really cold, so do not put this directly on your skin. Let's get it in the wrap, see how it works, and then we're going to test out how long the temperature and the duration of the cold lasts. Quick reminder, if you find the video helpful, please subscribe to our channel or think about giving us a like. It's a simple, free way to support us, and it helps us create content for you. Also, you can purchase the products featured in the video directly from our YouTube store. Now let's get back to the review. Now we're going to try on the SMI knee wrap. I just got the gel wraps out of the freezer, and you take the white pouch on the back, just undo the Velcro and just slide the wrap, the gel pack in. And you do that for both sides. So this is pretty easy to use. All right, so then you got them in. So what you want to do is you want to take the SMI logo and put it in the middle of your kneecap. Take the compression straps and put them on. And it fits pretty well. Actually, being out of the freezer now for a couple minutes, the gel packs have kind of loosened up a little bit, so they are a little bit more form-fitting than when they first came out. But I will tell you what, these straps are amazing. I mean, you really can cinch this up and drive that cold into the joint. Now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to test this out walking because this wrap actually is fairly stable. So now we're going to do the walking test. All right, it's time to do the walking test. So I got this thing cinched down pretty good. And as I said while I was sitting down putting the knee wrap on, these straps are amazing. Like, this wrap's not moving. It's a little tight, but you definitely can walk around in it. So, you know, again, as I said on one of the other reviews, I'm not sure I'd go walking around the neighborhood with this, but you certainly can go to the fridge, to the bathroom, and walk around the house. So this definitely is one of the better wraps I've used as far as walking goes and not being stuck in one position. So the SMI knee wrap definitely passes the walking test. Key factor number 4 for the SMI knee wrap is going to be the temperature or the duration of the cold. So the SMI wrap, after 30 minutes, was very cold and still was giving a great cold therapy treatment. I tried it on again at the 1 hour mark, still cold, still a very good cold therapy treatment. Hour and a half, still cold. 2 hour mark, you're still getting a good cold therapy treatment. So that's really where the cutoff is. SMI says this is 2 hours or longer. We verified that. So it is one of the best ones out there for long duration cold therapy. And there's a reason for it. So if you look at their gel wraps again, they have a soft gel, and inside here they have another gel packet. And these are right there. SMI gave us some of the gel wraps or gel packs they put in. So these allow for the long lasting cold because these get solid as a rock and they're around that softer gel. So that's why it's moldable, but you get the long duration cold because of these little insert gel packs. So great temperature, great duration of the cold. Now again, cold therapy is 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, but you don't have to keep going back and forth. You can just leave it there and put it back on. SMI, I want to give everybody here a heads up. They do sell gel packs without the cold packets. I wouldn't recommend it. I would get the gel wraps with the packets. So just be aware of that. If you want the long-lasting duration, get the ones with the 2 colors inside. Highly recommend this wrap. It's probably the best wrap we've tested. Between the straps and the duration of the cold, ease of use. Now, if you're a knee replacement patient, you might want to get yourself 2 sets of gel packs. We'll drop the links down in the description box below. We actually do sell these on our website. So now that you know about your SMI wraps, go ahead and check out our next video where we check out the free sleeve. Now, as we always like to say around here, let's get back to living.